How did you get your start in the music business?
I started many, many moons ago. I won't tell you my age, but just me and my brothers, born and raised in Virginia. I play guitar. My older brother plays bass and keys. My younger brother plays drums. So we had a band since we were like 7, 8, 9 years old. I grew up on stage, just always doing shows, doing top 40 music, country, rock. We did everything, pop, R&B, whatever. We had to do top 40 music, top 40 records on the charts. So I did that my entire life, and then after me and my brothers, we graduated from high school, we started recording, writing, and producing songs for, as a group. Started sending, demos to New York and got called back from a couple of record companies, and I came here to New York. We were here for 3 days, and I knew in those 3 days that this is where I was supposed to be. Like, I just knew it. Like, as soon as I got to New York, it was like I felt like I was home. Like, I needed to be here. Like, I was supposed to be here. So I went home. My brothers and I, we went home, and we sold cars and guitars and all that kind of stuff, and we moved back up 2 months later, and that was about, I want to say, 19 years ago. So, that's what it was, but I've always been doing music. In the first 2 weeks we got here, we got a record deal. So we've had 3 record deals since then. The last deal was we were signed to MCA about, I want to say like six years ago. My record never came out, because it's another part of the business. You just because you get a record deal don't mean your record's going to come out, And then after we got off the MCA deal, I just decided just to go more behind the scenes and just focus more on managing groups and artist development, things that I felt that was really missing in the business, and that's where I am now, just doing A&R, artist development, and it's a cool place for me to be because the fact that I was an entertainer and a musician and a songwriter, and now I'm an executive, it's a great space for me because I'm able to relate to the artist and explain the political side and the business side to the artist. And the way the artist needs to hear it, and I'm also able to take the artist's views and take it to the business people and kind of make it make sense for them. So because I've worn so many hats, so I'm really comfortable where I am, and the artists listen because I've done so much. I've traveled the world. I've played on records and produced records and written records. So it's nothing I haven't really done. So that really helps me bring my expertise when I'm working with the artists, and they're receptive to it because they see that I've already had my journey, and I'm trying to help guide theirs. MBK, we're a management production company. Of course, we represent Alicia Keys. We're also independent label distributed through J Records. We also have a gospel label called Glory to Glory, and we also have a film division. So it's an entertainment company. Most artists are very talented people. Managers are here to guide the artists, try to point them in the right direction. That's basically what I do here as well, just helping the artists find their way. A lot of artists are very talented people and very creative people. A manager's job is to kind of guide that creativity and guide the artist's career, in a professional manner. A lot of artists don't know business. They know music, but they don't know business. So that's when the manager comes in and is able to kind of guide them in the right direction and point them in the right direction. For me, finding artists, there's so many different ways. The internet is a good way, although it's kind of hard on the internet because you have, because of technology now, everyone that has a studio feels that they're an artist, or MySpace. They feel that they're artists and they feel that they're ready. So for me, I'm just out. I'm out and about a lot. I stay in the streets. I go to the clubs. I go to showcases. A lot of people know who I am and my name. Name it around the business. So people call me all the time. They send me acts. Just different ways. There's really no one set way to find an act. I look everywhere. To find acts, because that's the hardest part of my job is actually finding acts, finding the talent. There's a lot of talented people out there, but we look for stars. Everyone that can sing is not a star. Everyone that plays an instrument is not a star. And that's the hardest part is finding those stars, those diamonds in the rough. It's affected good and bad, actually. Good. In a lot of ways because it's definitely has given another vessel, another way to get your music out to the masses, you know, via the internet, you know, so you don't have to go through the major companies and stuff. So good in that way, bad in a way, because unfortunately, even you could put your music on the internet, but if you don't have marketing and distribution, if you don't have marketing and you're not promoting yourself through the internet and finding different ways to creatively promote yourself, no one's going to know you on the internet, you know. So and bad, again, I just going back to what I said before, because you have so many people, you have more people out now because of the internet. So it has helped, you know, in getting your music heard, but it has hurt because there's so many people out there. So you have to kind of weed through the whackness to find the greatness, you know. So definitely, I mean, education is very important in anything that you're trying to do, whether you go and get educated, or whether you, my education was in the business, you know. I graduated high school, I didn't go to college, you know, but I've been doing music since I was 7, you know, I play guitar and all of that, so I've been in the game, and a lot of my college, so to speak, was actually moving here to New York and just going out and doing it, you know, and you know, and just finding my way, you know, but that was educating myself, you know, that was my way of educating myself, was actually physically doing it, you know. But you definitely have to educate yourself about this business on all levels, you know, not just musically, but, you know, it's a whole political side of this game as well. And it's a business side, it's the business of music. So education is key, definitely key. Business manager usually handles like your business affairs, you know, the deals and finances and stuff. Your personal manager usually handle your day-to-day stuff. You know, like most artists have personal managers and they're with them all day, helping them get dressed and packing and being on time, you know, and all of that type of stuff, you know, you know, that's just the difference. You know, business manager usually just handles business, you know. I prefer the business side of things. The personal side is just a little too much. Managers get paid, the standard is about 20%, you know, that's standard management fee, but I've seen it 15, I've seen it 25, you know, it all depends on your situation and what you do, you know, what you decide, you know, what you negotiate on, you know, but the standard is about 20% of, you know, what the artists make, so, you know. I mean, I think the manager's role hasn't changed, you know, I think even in the digital world, I mean, it's even more work, you know, because the digital world is more of an independent man's game, you know. When you sign with a major company or even an independent label, you know, you have so many other people and a team of people that come in to help you, you know, manage and take care of the artist. When you're doing it digitally and independently through the internet, it's more work on the manager's part of just creating these different opportunities and trying to come up with different promotional ideas that kind of draw people to the site or to the internet, you know, when you're, you know, selling your music and stuff. So it's the same thing though, same work ethic. Finding the right stuff, you know, finding the right type of artist. You know, I do A&R, so I get boxes of stuff, and I get a lot of management companies coming to me, a lot of production teams coming to me with artists. It's just about finding diamonds, you know. Everyone that can sing is not a star, you know. I look at everything. When artists walk through my door, I look at everything, you know, the way they're dressed, you know, their look has to match their sound, you know, and here we have everyone sing because you have to be able to perform live, you know. A lot of these artists, they can record well, but then they can't sing live, you know. I mean, we really specialize and those are the artists that I look for. I look for people that can really perform, really sing, true artists, people that could walk in a room without singing a note and could get everyone's attention in that room. That's a star. You know, their swagger, something about them. And I would suggest to, like, you know, up and coming managers just to take your time to find that, you know, and then develop it, cultivate it, you know. It's not about just finding someone that can sing and just going in and doing a bunch of records on them and then going to try to get a record deal. That's not what it's about. What it's about is finding the talent and developing it, you know, finding a lane, creating a sound for that artist. You know, it's not just about doing records. You can take an artist around to 5 different producers and you're going to get 5 different sounds. Each producer is going to give their interpretation of what they feel that artist should be. So what I suggest is building a team. Get you a team of writers, a team of producers if you don't have that. And then when you sign an artist, take the time to work with that artist and to develop that artist, to find and create a lane for that artist. You know, my motto is I look for something that's a little left, but still right. You have to be a little left to stand out in the crowd, but you have to still be right to get the masses, you know, and that's what I look for. And again, it's just about finding it and cultivating it, taking your time to get it right before you run out and shop, before you come to a cat like me, because when you come to me, if you're not ready, the first meeting that we have, it's actually harder to get a second meeting, because when you come back in, I'll be like, oh, I already heard that before, you know. So I would always say, make sure you get it right, make sure you take the time to develop and really find that lane and really make sure that artist is ready to go before you go out and start shopping. Well, right now we have a Big Peter, Little Peter, which is a company that was started by Jeff Robinson, my boss and mentor, and Alicia. So we're shooting, we're doing our first film this year. So, that's something Jeff has been, he writes, and, people don't even know that he does a lot. He's not just manager, but he writes scripts and movies. And he's always had a desire to, conquer the music, the movie world. He's conquered the music business, and he wants to conquer the music world. So, movie world. So, that's what we're doing. So I have a few things, a few things going on, looking at a few films. That's what we're doing. Everything that we do here, we're a class act here. All the artists that we sign, I kind of gravitate towards more singer-songwriters, and Alicia is a very classy lady, and everything that we do is going to be at that level. We're not looking to do any drug films or anything like that. We're looking, something that's going to be positive, something that's going to be uplifting. The first movie that we're shooting is something like a tween type movie, but it's a great script. We're really excited about it. But keeping it positive. We're a positive company, and that's what we're about. We're just trying to find films that that fit in what we do here. So that's what we're doing. With this business, I feel like if you put yourself out there and it's out there for you, like once you find like your lane and your journey in life, it's just about getting out there and just putting yourself in the position to receive it, because it's there for you. Just like with me, I don't want to say it's easy, but it's kind of easy because I'm out there, I'm not sitting at home, it's not gonna, opportunity don't come knocking, like that, don't come knocking on your door, you're gonna find it in the mailbox. But if you get up every day and have a positive attitude and get out here and fight and follow your dream, it'll come. Just open your eyes, just pay attention. It'll come to you. The universe will send people to you. I'm a very spiritual person, and that's how you live, and you'll see, and that's when you're doing the right thing. Because just on those days in my career when I just like, I just want to give up, this music business is crazy, I can't take it, oh my God, I want to go get a day job, I get a phone call, or I come in and I have an incredible meeting, or I find this incredible artist, and it just gives me that energy all over again, and that passion all over again. It's like, oh wow, I gotta keep it moving, So it's a lot of that, man. But I definitely would suggest if you're trying to do it in the music business, this is the place to be. New York is the place to be. MBK Entertainment, Alicia Keys, LaToya Luckett. Look out for Jermaine Paul coming to a store near you, coming to a town near you real soon. Black Butterfly in the studio right now, getting it in. Elvana in the studio right now, getting it in. LeVray coming out first quarter, getting it in. MBK all day.